the July 27th, 2022 Environmental Commission meeting to order. And Planner X will be substituting as our secretary this month. If you want to do roll call for us.
Chair Horn.
Here.
Commissioner Nelson is excused. Commissioner Cieslak.
Here.
Commissioner Sharma.
Here.
Commissioner Neiman.
Here.
Am I saying your last name right?
Yes, that's perfect.
I am Planner X.
Okay, and we'll do our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag. We'll do our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we will open the citizen comment period at 7:15. Not seeing anyone here to make a comment, we will close it at 7:15.
I move to approve.
Yeah, I'll second it. I looked at it earlier, I didn't see anything.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved. Okay, the minutes are approved. Moving on to unfinished business, review of articles for the City of Franklin newsletter. I believe we were going to be putting something in regarding buckthorn survey, is that correct? Buckthorn survey, is that correct?
Yep, I had the website updated to reflect the survey results and did submit materials to the city administrator's office. So, both results were pretty lengthy, but that should be in the next.
So it'd be September-ish.
Yep.
Okay. And then next one would be November to December timeframe.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if folks have anything. I think they did salt your margarita, not your driveway last year, but maybe something else coming up for
I don't.
timely
Not
winter.
at this time, no.
Okay. I can try and contact Root Pike too.
Okay.
If they've got something for that time, try and contact Root Pike too.
Okay.
If they've got something for that time frame.
If they're like groups that the commission has a relationship with, maybe they would like to submit something as well, like approachment or on. It's up to the commission if you want to make that approach.
Yep, yep. Can get those wheels rolling, and if folks are so interested.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't have anything at this time.
Yep, but we got some time. Okay, moving on. But we got some time. Okay, moving on for the Environmental Commission participation in the UDO task force. And I think you emailed us an update.
Yep, so the next meeting of that task force is tentatively scheduled September 8th, Plan Commission meeting, which means that the representatives from this commission will be invited to participate as part of the task force. So the commission as a whole, are also welcome to come. If you're planning on doing that, please let me know so that we can include the appropriate notices in the agenda. So I think I shared it at previous districts. So residential and business zoning classifications and the map of those districts. So, yeah. So if folks other than the task force members are planning on coming, please let me know though, so I can make sure that the agenda has what's called a bad key notice in it. So I can make sure that the agenda has what's called a bad key notice in it, so that folks know it's also going to include commission members. So.
Okay.
You're on that, right, Sherman?
Yeah, I'm on it, but because of the timings, usually
in on it
Okay.
a couple of times, I think.
When do they usually have it?
3 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
The plan commission meeting will be at 7 p.m. on a Thursday, September 8th, so,
Okay.
yep, excellent. I'm not totally sure what will be mailed out prior to the meeting, but you'll probably get a pack of materials.
Okay.
Just so you know, I know
Okay.
you like to be thorough,
Alright.
so.
Okay. Next item, funding for environmental commission activity. Next item, funding for environmental commission activities.
So in your packets is a copy of the memo that was provided to the new director of finance and the city administrator, and then the table that you have reviewed and recommended for approval. So at this time, I'm not sure what the status of this request is. The deadline is Friday. So I expect that they'll follow up with me with questions if there are any questions about the specific requests, but I framed this request as an operations request because it didn't mean small an amount of money, frankly. We'll see. It will likely be assigned to a particular department, which I don't have direction yet as to whether planning or public works will be administering it, but it'll be one of the two. And then we'll have to, hopefully you will get funding for your activity invoices. So, because they'll be the ones that issue the checks, either public works or planning. So,
Sounds good.
yep. I do not know what will be funded either. So that's another. I will have to update you when that decision is made.
And what's like time frame for that decision?
That decision is made.
And what's like time frame for that decision?
So this is part of the 2023 overall budget. That final decision occurs in, I believe, October.
Okay.
So there's a couple months, but I'll probably get questions about it before then and let the commission know in the interim.
Mm-hmm.
So, let the commission know in the interim.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Question, if I could.
Mhm.
You had sent me some information about sending to the, I'm trying to remember the name of the person,
Kevin Schluter.
the garden drawings. And I had spoken with Prairie Seed, who were doing the drawings through. And because of the way they don't bill until they're ready to ship, the city won't get March or April of next year. And, I'm going to complete the work, once we know who this winner is in this next week's drawing. I'll go online and see what they need, but I'll use that information for now. Is that what you're suggesting? Information for now? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yep. So I think if you place the order now, then that should be okay. It would just be, there's a few different financial processes to set aside the money to make sure that it's spent technically in 2022, but we will still need documents.
You'll get invoiced.
Yep. So, and then if that, they don't issue the official bill though. So if you place the order now, send the order confirmation. Does that make sense? So that we have something to put in on record as that the money was essentially spent now. What money was essentially spent now. Whatever you get, because you'll get a confirmation.
Once I figure out what they're going to produce in terms of their documentation, I'll share it with you, and
Yep.
you can guide me
You bet.
to every other rabbit hole I've got to go to.
They're pretty easy to work with.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Yep. And then I believe he copied Andrea, who is their administrative person. So she's probably also someone that would be useful to be connected with. But again, I don't know what the procedure will be for next year. So for that project, it's Kevin.
Okay.
So, yep. It does seem unnecessarily complicated sometimes.
All right. Committee activity has Has there been any subcommittee activity? I haven't seen any.
Commissioner Gorak has not requested a meeting. She wanted to do one in summer, but
Yeah,
I have not heard from her.
okay. All right, so no update there. So no update there. We'll move on to new business. We've got the item A, Environmental Commission involvement in City of Franklin National Night Out next Monday, August 1st. That she was talking with Officer Wallace, we can have one table. If we want more, we need to provide it ourselves.
I just got off the phone with him yesterday, and he said we'll have 3. He called me.
Okay. No, like Monday, maybe?
Really?
So, okay, so Jamie gets 1 and you get 3, so we should have 4.
Oh, maybe, or we'll have 2.
Or 2. And we're supposed to be near Rip Pike Wind?
Yes,
Pike Wind?
yes.
Is Grobe Schmidt there again?
We'll be there, yep.
Okay, so, I
So we don't need a lot of space, we can share a table if we had to, but
Okay.
I got a big billboard that I'll bring.
And she thought folks should be there like 6:15 to set up. 6:15 to set up.
Starts at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got there like 6:30 and it was really like busy. Like people
Yeah.
were already like fully set
Yeah,
up.
you gotta get there early,
Yeah,
because people are raring to go.
yeah. Me
But,
there.
yeah, I've got Audubon will have seeds, because I can't get the seeds the mix that I wanted. So I'm gonna have to settle for what I can get. You know, everybody bought them this year, they're all gone. So, we'll have packets again. You know, I've got, the kind of the same flyer we did, Arbor Day event. Audubon will also have a handout on hummingbird native plants for people who want to do that. The folks at Weir Nature Center are providing some stuffed animals and a few goodies for the kids to ooh and ah at, and probably some handouts on Friends of Weir Nature Center. And our friends at Wild Ones have a brochure on planting with native plants they've already given to me, so plenty, I think. So we should have quite a bit, plus we've got a few other little goodies for kids that'll be good, I think, little playing cards.
And then someone here resurrected some old pamphlets. Did you grab surplus ones? Or-
I completely forgot.
So maybe. We'll have
They are
those
in the
for
jail
Monday.
cell, so if anyone wants to go with me to the jail cell after the meeting, otherwise I'll pull them tomorrow and
With you. They were, I'm not sure from when, old Environmental Commission brochures,
Wow.
That's cool.
but there was on yard care, composting, and then another handout on composting that I thought were still relevant, so we can probably have some of those. Available for night out.
Could I see one of them?
Sure. If you guys want to take a look at those. So we may as well repurpose those brochures. Repurpose those brochures from prior.
Yeah, if we got a bunch of them, might as well use them.
Yeah. I don't know if we
1993,
we necessarily want to try and reorder them. at all.
1992.
the DNR does have like an order form, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of them too, so.
Yeah, I think this is a DNR one, so this would be pretty sweet if they had a new one. Looks really helpful, like informative.
Damn,
That's the fighter jets flying.
damn.
jets flying over.
Yeah, something like that.
Geez,
Air show.
it looks almost historic document there.
Hey, but things,
I was born in '93.
you pile them up
No.
and they rot away. You pile them up
No.
and they rot away. So, I can have those for Monday night, so we just need some weather to cooperate. Anything else for a night out?
Oh, yeah.
Be there. My daughter's gonna come.
Good? Sounds
Be
good.
there by 6:30, is that? Okay.
Yeah, you can come. You can get there at 7. Just kidding. I'll probably get there around 6. Cause we gotta help save a table. I don't want Jim fighting for tables. I don't want to see what happens when Jim gets in.
I'll have to talk to you later.
All right, so we'll see everyone on Monday again. Item B, request by City of Franklin resident to consider participation in the Regional Solar Group Buy Program. Solar Group Buy Program. And again, we had an update from Marion.
Yep, I put a summary of the research thus far in your packets. At this point, Mr. Simpson has not followed up with me, and I've had a little bit of trouble connecting with MRDA. We do have a program that we could, I think with common council's approval, and make an effort to join, but at this point, I think we either need to request direction from common council or drop the matter, and so it's up to.
Yeah, I guess it's disappointing that we can't get Midwest Renewable to,
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of
Attempt.
I couldn't even schedule so that I could meet with her. I really apologize because we did try to
yeah.
make that happen. I don't know if it's just that they're super busy or.
There's a handful of questions that I would have.
I can make one more attempt to get her to come to the next meeting. That's a with.
Yeah, give it one more try and then. Yeah, give it one more try and then.
And then probably let it drop.
Yeah, there are more concerns about the life cycle management of those solar panels. So, I mean, it's becoming more and more apparent that there's no easy way to dispose of the old
How long do they last?
7 years.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean, it may still work.
But yeah, but
general-
still.
Efficiency.
Right, start declining
then
in
what?
efficiency and.
And is it then the homeowner then that has these?
Yeah, see, that's the question.
I don't know, yeah,
There's
who
no good
owns
way
them?
to
Who
dispose
fixes?
off and
Yep. Yep. Who
dispose
fixes?
off and.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. And do they already have the program worked out with We Energies for buyback rate or not? Or is this something new that they have to get through in a rate? So, kind of hard to recommend moving forward with questions like that. So, okay, one more time, we'll try it, otherwise it'll go into hiatus. Item C, future cleanup event reports from, did anyone make the school event?
I have not heard anything more from them.
Okay, or any future ones?
I still believe they're planning on doing something at the high school, but when, I don't know. Probably when school is in session, because they want the students to participate if they can. School is in session, because they want the students to participate if they can.
Yeah.
But I'll be happy to talk to them about it.
Item D, creation of citizen volunteer support group to assist in invasive control projects. Anything percolating on that?
You know, personally, I would just as soon take this off our agenda. I mean, I think it was my idea, really try to come up with a project that I can recommend. You know, this property that we were just looking at on the corner of 76th and Drexel would be a nice area to, you know, replant with natives, but it's, you know, forever, as some other people have told me. And, you know, there's too many other things going on right now. So
Then there
I
was
would
also-
take it off unless I can come back with a concrete proposal for an event of some kind. Proposal for an event of some kind.
Okay, there was also mention at the last meeting about this Friends of Franklin Parks group. Did we ever get any
That
history,
was the old one, right? I never looked it up, I don't know.
if it exists, or,
Information sheet, but it was John or Dan Dorsan, who is also involved with the Concert in the Park series at Lion Legends Park, was the organizer, and I believe still retains the like corporate documents for, there was a, so I think I have an email address for him, but I don't have other contact information. Unless, I might have it in Parks Commission files, but I would suggest that if there's an email address that's public on that website, so, I can send it to you again if you'd like. They did do, like, they have a website, they were doing buckthorn removal in city parks. They did do, like, they have a website, they were doing buckthorn removal in city parks, in city of Franklin parks.
Well, yeah. Probably, yeah, they probably got tired of it.
It does seem a bit
It's-
Sisyphean,
It's not bad, like you can kind of control it.
being
If you-
consistent.
But if you like pick and choose and then you try and go back like 2 years later, it doesn't work. You gotta do it every year, you gotta keep going to the same spot. But
I might suggest, so like I recently learned that there are, there's a map of natural areas of like local significance, local areas of natural significance, or there's four woods,
Yeah.
I don't know where they go. And Kayla's Woods in particular is, or Franklin Woods, Kayla's Playground, that one is going to continue to protect like areas that have been previously identified, but then I do know there is like, if the city owns it, it would be a matter of coordinating with Public Works.
okay.
So, I went for a hike in that park, not hike, it's not a hike, but we
Stroll.
were walking that park in the spring and was a number of native spring plants, so put them in the best form for it. Anyway, if you want that map, it's not publicly available right now, but I'm happy to share it with the commission. So,
yeah. Would be of interest,
Is that a sewer pack map?
yep,
would be of interest.
Is that a sewer pack map?
yep.
I think I saw that map. I still might have a copy at home. And I looked up all the properties, and I think out of the 9 properties of significance, the county or the Conservancy or SUPRAC own like 7. So, I mean, it's like, there are only 1 or 2 that the city actually controls.
Yeah, I know that Franklin Woods is one of them, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a more area land.
Okay, so we can keep that on, see if there's any additional information that can be dug out. And, if anything will be pursued. Item E, modifications to Chapter 80, Article 2, City of Franklin Municipal Code relative to cleanup of pet waste. I think we had an update from Marion on that.
Yep, just a comment, the commission had asked me to follow up with the community resource officer, which is Officer Wallace, that you all have been communicating with, and then the health department, about this. And so, yes, there is an ordinance, it's complaint-based and, whole person's property, so like if your dog keeps their nose on
I remember trying to look up the, through the city's website, what the codes were, and I could not find anything that, identified what specific fines were associated with anything. I mean, it just talks about there is a fine for, this, that, or the other. I was at a loss to find it.
There's not a unified table of fines. They're typically defined as part of the text of whatever section it's in. So if you have a dog waste violation, the fine is part of that section. There's not one part of that section. There's not one these are all the fines you could get.
There's no menu of fines, huh? Oh, that's too bad.
Sadly no. But that section, I can send the commission a link to, it's called Code, our entire municipal ordinance, and we can find it. If there's been an update that hasn't been added yet, sometimes it's not there, but it's mostly comprehensive.
Thank you.
So is there any action item for us on this, or is that something we need to talk about, or is this just kind of more of a heads up kind of thing? Just stay out of it, because it's more of a police matter.
I'll share this story with you because it's kind of relevant to what, 4th of July was just here, and, I think the 4th was on a Monday, and I think the 4th was on a Monday, and there were fireworks going off in my neighborhood for 3 nights prior to the 4th of July. And I went out in my yard and was watering my flower beds on Saturday mornings, and I looked up at the second floor window of my back of my Colonial, and there's this big black spot where somebody's missile found its mark. And it was I decided it was serious enough where I would at least try to find out who was doing it, because it was going on until 11 o'clock that night before. And I ended up speaking to 4 different neighbors in that direction, and found the family that was doing it. And we don't think our stuff could have gotten all the way to your house. And I was like, well, somebody's did, and nobody else was doing anything that night. So I ended up calling the police department and filing a complaint. Officer did come out and look, and it was basically, I've got a picture, I'll have it on. And it was basically, I've got a picture, I'll have it on file if your insurance company needs to do anything. But the police department basically said, everybody's doing it, so,
Right, nobody got hurt, so they're not gonna do
yeah,
anything.
they're not gonna,
Right, nobody got hurt, so they're not gonna do
yeah,
anything.
they're not gonna do anything.
Right.
They wouldn't even make an attempt to go talk to the family that did have the big get-together. So it's if it, we're not, I'm not, if anything goes, pretty soon anything is gonna go. And
I think we should have a little, I can come to your house next year, we can just launch on their direction.
a counterfire, huh? I'll keep that in mind. But, I know some good them to
Or just,
tracking down the culprits, though, is the hard part. But, fine, let's remove that from our hefty agenda.
yeah.
All right. Item F, discussion of storm. Item F, discussion of storm water outfall issue in Ware Nature Center. And I think we had an update also in Marion's note.
And I have an additional update that, when I spoke with the engineering department about this question, they had put
So you're expecting to get approval for funding in September? You're expecting to get approval for funding in September?
Yeah, so the city.
Wow.
The city, the common council did approve a contract to do the work to, council did approve a contract to do the work to repair the outfall,
Right.
the opening. So that should occur this fall, same fall.
Okay.
Um,
Obviously, fall is when the weather becomes the issue, so. Okay.
Okay, next meeting is scheduled for August 24th. Hopefully that works for everyone. And just to note, the September meeting I'm most likely to attend.
Ooh.
So I guess we'd have the option of moving that meeting, or vice chair will be in charge.
Allowing me to wield the mighty gavel.
Yes,
Wow.
so
Of
giving
course,
you
if
fair
you're not
warning.
here, will we have a quorum again here? Will we have a quorum again? Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, anyway, just as I was looking at the dates, 90% certain I will not be here for September. So we can talk about that next month if we want to move it at all, or if we're going to have anything to. Okay, any other items that we want to cover next month? I'll get No Mo May back on the agenda for next month. And continuation of some of these other items. If not, we can have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second?
Second it?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Meeting is adjourned.